was I? What was I to find? I welcome any opponent, but there is one of a kind. Judgment come, I am destruction and your world is done. See, I decide you fade under my thumb. Once I have spoken, you can't overcome. If someone thinks that they can change my mind, you best be worthy to waste my time. I show no mercy, but if I can find to say a God amongst their kind, when I have found the answer I seek, I will challenge them to see if they are truly deserving of this title they preach. I am a God among common men. Your very fate lies in my hands. Let me help you understand. I am the God of destruction. I don't care who you are, it's an honor to be killed by the fist of a god. Beg for mercy, it's my favorite sound, coming from a planet built on misery and find amusement in your improvement. I'm feeling like I'm about to lose it, divine and ruthless. I'm looking for an equal movement, something to do with a saying power that's been proven amongst these humans. I feel it blooming. Power levels never match, that's a fact. Burn it to the ground and I'm never looking back. Show no mercy, watch the opposition grab. Rage me up, all these mortals make me love. I will never be the one to take the high road. If you ever step to me, then it's final. Bow to me, I'm a god, I'm an idol. Searching for the one that someday I can answer I seek. I will challenge them to see if they are truly deserving of this title they preach. I am a god among common men. Your very fate lies in my hands. Let me help you understand. I am the god of destruction.
I'm something more than ordinary man. Who is like unto God? Because if God is God, then he's got a right to speak as he will.
Look, hey, one man, one mission. I got that tunnel vision. I cannot make decisions. My whole existence is invalidated, calculated, tied together, bound by hatred. Can't escape it. Look, you keep me grounded, make me stronger. I'm astounded. Ay, can't take this damage any longer. I don't doubt it. Ay, no way around it. Ay, one trouble sounded. Ay, I come around it, find the strength you give is boundless. Ay, knocked down, I get up again. I must defend my town. I can run again. I must ascend. No doubt, I'll grow strong, you in my dust again. Don't drown, if I stretch, I'll reach the sun again. That line, you got me out my mind. I know it's not my time, so pick up all the broken pieces of me. Call my name, you got me out my brain. I know it's not too late, so pick up all the broken pieces of me. Do not pull your punches, I got power up in bunches. I'm stronger than you're thinking, and I will not mind my business. My family fucking needs me. save the world.
I won't stop, even if bones start breaking. All I want is on the path, no shaking. To the top, yeah, I'll give it all I got. Never had it easy, no, I came straight from the heart. Told myself I'd make it if I tore myself apart. I went crazy. You can call me anything, just never call me lazy. Father to the scene, you're all my babies, and I gave it all I had just to hit another level. And I'm never giving in until it's settled. Hold the medals, give me love. All I'll ever want, all I'll ever be is fire that you light in me. You're the only one to rally me. I save the world to set you free. I save the world. On the clock, you see the time is running out. When I'm done, I'll bet you're sorry. My demons deep inside. At the top and consume. Wanna chase that coming tide. I'm not alone. I've got some friends beside me. They build my house. The sun will keep on shining. All I'll ever want, all I'll ever be is fire that you light in me. You're the only one to rally me. I save the world to set you free. If you wanna fight, then I'll pay your demise. It's silent and second divine. Intervention is leading me to the breaking point. I will never fail, I'll prevail. I would give anything. I would give everything. When the ending draws near, I will wipe off your tears. I'll be a guiding light and I'll make them hurt. For the ones I hold dear, I will conquer my fears. Give it 1,000% inside the world. All I'll ever want, all I'll ever be is fire that you light in me. You're the only one to rally me. I save the world to set you free. All I'll ever want, all I'll ever be is fire that you light in me. You're the only one to rally me. I save the world to set you free. Hands are shaking still, trying to hold it down. Chaos starts to spell, just hoping we all drown. You'll try to take this to your grave, no matter who's lost along the way. So cold out on this path you crave. But I tell you one truth that you can't escape. Behind every choice you made, I'll be there waiting for you till I know that you're down and under. Hey, what is it gonna take for you just to walk away? I'll be there waiting for you till I know that you're down and under. Try and take my ground, won't be gone until I know they're safe and sound. You'll try to take this to your grave, no matter who's lost
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Hold on one second. I'm just going to pop into Discord because Delta is waiting for me, and then we're going to start this off. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. Let's see. Because we had the issue with the stream on Discord, did you want to do that, or do you want to just watch with the rest of the viewers?
Nah, we'll go ahead and do the Discord stream still.
Okay. I figured it'd be easier since, like, you know, you and I are talking directly, and so that way my reactions aren't spoiling anything for you. But I just want to also, you know, make sure that you're having a good viewing experience as well.
Yeah, no, we'll do Discord again.
Alrighty. And who knows, maybe because of the fact that I am starting off at 30 frames per second, maybe that'll be beneficial instead of like changing it midstream.
Maybe.
So I suppose we'll see. Okay.
Awesome.
So that is up for you. So today we're going to be doing NXT, and so like
That's right. We did finish the whole show that other day.
Yes. NXT is going to be a shorter show. Raw and SmackDown are set for up to 9 matches. I think I've got NXT set for up to 7. So it's a smaller show. Ironically enough, it's also the largest show roster-wise because it's going to be cross-promotion for both brands. So anything can be made up of anything. This is mostly just like, you know, let's just screw around. This is going to be our inter-brand promotional rivalry setup rather than only the new stars. Because in real life, like, it's only the new stars with occasional appearances from older ones that appear on NXT. But we're going to do things differently. And eventually I'm going to find a different, like, studio, a different stage for NXT so that way it's not just the small stage that they currently have. But we're going to run with the small stage now. But this is going to be basically our playground to do whatever we want. And NXT I'm not using any of the NXT titles because we can do whatever we want here. However, I do have two titles set up that we are going to like do part of the tournaments for. And these are going to be inter-promotional titles, the Cruiserweight Championship and the European Championship, which as of right now in real life are both non-existent in the WWE. So I'm bringing them back. So, for the European Championship, we're just going to do 2 semifinal matches, and both those matches are going to be triple threat matches. And then for the Cruiserweight Championship, that's going to be like individual, like quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finals at the pay-per-view.
Okay.
So tonight we are going to do the 2 semifinals for the European Championship. And then we are going to do 2 of the 4 cruiserweight matches. And then that's 4 matches out of the 7. And then the other 3 matches, we're just going to do whatever. I kind of want to put the main event to be Bruno Sammartino versus Roman Reigns, because I want to try and get a rivalry set up between the 2 of them, since those are the 2 longest reigning WWE champions in history.
Okay.
And I want to, because since Bruno, I think I set up for Raw, and Roman is on SmackDown. This is the only way I can do the rivalry is through NXT. So,
Gotcha.
And that fits with the theme of the Night of Champions, because since they are the longest reigning WWE champions, if they end up like developing a rivalry at the Night of Champions, I can put them against each other, because again, that one is also cross-promotional.
Excellent.
Yes, I think so. But their rivalry won't matter for Raw or SmackDown because they're only going to be rivals on NXT, since that's the only time they're ever going to like interact with each other outside of the pay-per-views. So so let's see here. For the first match, I want to do a European Championship match. So let's see here. So the 4 that we are not going to have in contention for this are going to be Ultimate Warrior, Seth Rollins, Mark Henry, and Triple H, because those 4 are already in qualification for the World Heavyweight Championship in the semifinals. So those 4 are off the list. So realistically, theoretically, pretty much any other character can be put on that. It just not Mark Henry, Triple H, Seth Rollins, or Ultimate Warrior. And since we're doing Bruno and Roman for the main event, I'm not going to do Bruno or Roman either.
You know, it's funny. I happened to really focus on the which character you were on when you were going by Mankind. Or Cactus Jack, I guess.
Who, Butch?
No, Cactus Jack.
Yeah. Okay, what, you want Cactus Jack?
Yeah, I was thinking about him, thinking he'd be a fun one to have in a match.
Okay.
You happen to go by him.
Okay, so he's going to be competing for the European Championship. So that just leaves the next competitor. The thing about like doing the European and Cruiserweight Championships on SmackDown, the reason why, or not on SmackDown, on NXT, is since I'm using this for cross-promotional stuff, that means that whoever wins will take the championship to their respective brand and defend it on their brand, and then on NXT or the pay-per-views, they may end up facing someone from the opposite brand, and if that person wins, then it goes to that brand.
Gotcha. Aren't there some titles that are already kind of like that in real life?
Not anymore.
That they float around, or at least they used to float around a bit.
They used to. They don't anymore. Both Raw and SmackDown have their own dedicated championships. Occasionally, you'll end up in a cross-promotional match where, like, championships from 2 different divisions are on the line, and they potentially could be won by one person. But
I haven't thought of Rick Rude in a long time.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, they've got... I actually thought about putting these 2 together. They have Rick Rude, and then they've got Robert Roode. They are not related. But I have been thinking about putting them on a tag team together, just because, I don't know, I was going to name them like the Rude Ones or something like that. Something obnoxious. We're not doing Cactus Jack versus Mankind, because that's a little too meta.
I almost said it, but I'm like, nah.
And anybody who's watching in the chat, if you have any suggestions for any of these matches, please let me know.
Speak up.
Because I don't mind like making it myself if nobody else is watching, and I don't mind taking Delta's suggestions, but the entire point of this is for people to help me build this so that way it's fun for everybody. Everybody has some interactions.
And for anyone that watches afterwards, feel free to leave suggestions in the comments for future content as well.
Indeed. We'll be plugging that quite often.
Speaking of, did you get anything like that from the last video? Any comments?
About
suggestions for the next video?
No, I have not. But I imagine as I continue doing this, that might end up changing. It was the first time that we did this, so like I wasn't surprised.
How about Jake the Snake Roberts?
Okay, that's gonna be classic. Alright, so Jake the Snake versus Cactus Jack in the first match of the... Actually, no, the European Championship is supposed to be triple threat. So, we'll do Cactus Jack, Jake the Snake, and then we'll have to change that and have one more person. The reason why I'm doing triple threat is just
throw some other classic superstar in there.
Yeah, the reason why I'm doing it triple threat for these 2 matches and only doing semifinals for the European Championship is because it'll speed things up a little bit, so that way we've got more time to mess around on NXT and build rivalries and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
I forgot my controller doesn't work if I click away from the the thing. I've added a couple of superstars also to my roster through DLC or through like user created content.
There's quite a few of these I just don't know and recognize.
Oh, I know, and we will be using those
Just
because
older than I realize, or a lot newer than I've seen.
yeah, and we will be using some of those characters. I will probably overrule some suggestions so we can throw some of the newer guys in there because of the fact that the newer guys are going to be more well known to like newer viewers. So, and honestly, a lot of these guys are amazingly talented. I've got a couple of ideas, but I want to see if you see anybody that piques your interest first.
Did we already do British Bulldog in a match?
We did on Raw in a tag team match.
Okay, so I thought we did.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just choose one. I already pretty much picked the other two.
Okie doke. Then we are going to do D'Lo Brown. I need to find a different picture for D'Lo Brown because he's not. None of the other characters are holding WWF championships.
Oh yeah, that's a little little awkward there, isn't it?
It's just a little bit. So I'll have to go on the download thing and see if I can find somebody else. Okay, so that's the first triple threat match. Cactus Jack versus Jake the Snake Roberts versus D'Lo Brown. Let's see here. Where is my roster? There it is. European Championship. D'Lo Brown was considered one of the best European champions of all time. So it makes sense to throw him into the contention for that title.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so this one is going to be a cruiserweight match. So we're going to, I wonder, does it, yeah, okay, good. Cruiserweight or light heavyweight, I think is the requirement to do, to fit inside the cruiserweight championship. So like whatever we do is going to have to, the character is going to have either light heavyweight or cruiserweight in their title.
Okay.
You can easily see the weight class underneath the characters' names, or above the characters' names. Excuse me. Right where their stats are. So anything that we choose for this, because there aren't very many that you're probably familiar with, I might have to throw some of these guys in here.
Yeah, I mean, if you start saying cruiserweights, I'm just gonna say Rey Mysterio. So.
Right. All right. So in that case, I'll do X-Pac versus. I don't care. I know that technically Muhammad Ali is a light heavyweight or a cruiserweight, but I'm not throwing him into this. He is definitely a world champion contender. He doesn't. I feel like the cruiserweight championship is like several steps down from him. You know what? I've seen Santos Escobar perform. We'll do him. Second match will be another triple threat, and that'll be the other one for the European Championship. Nope, I want to keep normal rules for now. There we go. Let's see here. Who could be the European champion?
Oh my God! Doink the Clown's in here.
Doink the Clown is in here, yes. You know what? I'm gonna throw Dominik Mysterio into this. This is gonna be my pick. I wish that I could take out all the grayed out guys, because there's so many grayed out guys that I'm not using, like so many Bray Wyatts and John Cena's. that just shortened the list quite a bit if I could do that. I prefer not to put Owen Hart or the British Bulldog into this because they are in contention for the tag titles. And while technically, at least where I'm at in the era, which is the beginning of the Attitude Era, during my 90s rewatch, Owen Hart and British Bulldog were tag team champions, while also Owen being the Intercontinental and British Bulldog being the European Championship. So they were both dual championship holders. I don't want to start this off like that. That feels like something that's a little bit more intermediate into the run.
Right, that's something you attain further into the story. You don't start out with that.
Yes.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior is already in competition for the World Heavyweight.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, he beat Gunther last week, I think.
I guess I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. Shawn Michaels is another one that I would like to take all those guys out because there's so many of them.
How about Rob Van Dam?
Rob Van Dam? Kind of hoping you're going to pick him at some point.
RVD.
I wish that they'd put Sabu in here, but Sabu's got some problems with WWE, I think. Because then I'd form a tag team with them, because they were like pretty much lifelong tag team partners.
RVD
and Sabu. Yeah. I've also
Matt Hardy in here?
I downloaded him, yeah.
Is he not part of the brand right now?
Not at the moment. He and Jeff Hardy, I believe, are both on AEW. So they same with Goldust. Like Goldust is going by Dustin Rhodes, his real name, over on AEW. So I downloaded Goldust.
There's a lot of names not part of the brand right now, huh?
AEW
Matt Hardy's another big one.
Yeah, AEW is almost I would say it's probably about like 50 to 75% the size of WWE at this point. And so
Impressive.
it's got a lot of the names. If people aren't wrestling for WWE, there's a good chance if they're not on the independent circuit, they're wrestling for AEW. So a lot of the names that you and I grew up with or associated with WWE back when we were watching it, on a regular basis, are either retired or on AEW now.
Gotcha. Which sucks for us coming to the games wanting to see those characters, damn it.
Yeah, but that's what the creation tool is for.
It is nice that they've adopted being able to just straight up download other people's creations.
Yes. I am so happy with that. You know what?
Things that's been a thing in a lot of games for a while now, especially like Forza, downloading other people's tune setups and liveries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy they did that with this. Not enough fighting games do things like that.
I agree. It's
Loosely
very
lumping
nice.
this in as a fighting game.
It's a fighting game. It's just a different brand of fighting game, you know. Also, I was starting to say this, but I have changed the settings for this. The HUD is now off. We are not going to see when people's like health bars or limb damages or any of that. HUD is now off, and I've actually found an option for dynamic camera angles. So this should actually play out far more like an actual WWE event than the first one did.
I'm down with this. Because then we just start hyper-focusing on what their stats and everything look like throughout the match rather than the match itself. So I'm good with that.
Which can be fun, but it's also a little distracting. All right, so we are going to...
This is not a stats for nerds series.
Okay, so this is going to be the next Cruiserweight Championship match. I am definitely putting Ricochet in that.
Can you put Matt Hardy in there since you downloaded him?
Is he considered a cruiserweight or light heavyweight? That's the question. This will be really awkward if the cruiserweight...
Well, you said light heavyweight would be okay, right?
I believe so. I was about to say, it'll be really awkward if a light heavyweight wins this championship and it's only for light heavyweight and it's only for cruiserweights. But there is a light heavyweight championship that I can choose instead. If the cruiserweight championship won't allow light heavyweights, then I'll switch to the light heavyweight championship. Because my point is to have these two divisions be very competitive. Okay, he is a light heavyweight. Cool. Actually, let's one manager. No, I don't want that. I want Lita. Where is Lita? There we go. And so now we get to play around with these last three matches. I already know one match that I want to do. Which is actually going to be
some newer people in these
matches.
matches.
Well, this one is actually going to be for the next quarterfinal match for the Raw's Women's Championship, and it's going to be two individuals that never were able to face off because one of them died, but it's going to be two individuals that I know a lot of people want to see as a dream match, and that is going to be oops, not that one. That one we can actually see. Those guys aren't dead yet. That is going to be... Where is she? Rhea Ripley versus Chyna.
Holy shit, she's got some high stats.
Yeah. She's injured right now, but she is one of the top WWE female superstars. As is another one that's injured right now that's also on top is Charlotte Flair, which I believe is Ric Flair's daughter. And Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter, Natalia. Chyna. Oh, I forgot to put Chyna in... Okay, hold on a second. I kind of...
You done goofed.
I forgot to put Chyna on the roster.
Roster.
Oh, shut up. I already know all this. Yes.
They need to do that. They need to switch any word in this game that's roster to roster.
I must have just skipped right over her. There's probably, because of how many superstars I added to this, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of superstars that I forgot to add to these events.
Yeah, when you had mentioned the fantasy matchup between her and Chyna, or her and someone that had died, I was wondering if it was going to be Chyna.
Yep. Okay, that changed. That's fine. Nope. And, you know, these two are just two massive, imposing individuals. Actually, hold on a second. Whoa. Chyna's not part of that faction. Nope. We're not having her have managers.
Iota, what is your obsession with these wings? You're never this obsessed with human food. You are a picky ass eater. Why are you just like, I want your food?
Okay,
She
so
won't eat cat food chicken. We feed her very good cat food, and she won't eat the chicken. And I have salt and vinegar wings, and she's just obsessed with wanting it right now.
kind of funny. Alright, so it looks like I ended up accidentally deleting our previous match, which was Ricochet versus Matt Hardy. So let's put that back on the card.
It's funny that I even like salt and vinegar wings, because I've always hated the salt and vinegar like flavor profile my entire life.
Yeah.
But on wings, with the extra flavor of just the chicken itself, it works. Still hate it on chips. I think it's absolutely gross, the salt and vinegar chips.
Okay, so Matt Hardy versus Ricochet. So let's see here. That is, we're not having that one. Actually, let's just straight up delete that match and we'll just remake it. All right, so because that's going to be the Roman Reigns versus Bruno Sammartino match. Let's just set that up right now. Ironic. Just straight up put it right there. Add manager. The bloodline always runs with two people with them, so we're definitely gonna do. Geez, how many Paul Heymans do you need? Definitely gonna do Paul Heyman, and yeah, just, you know what, Solo Sikoa. That's perfect. There we go. And then I need to see if I can add the rivalry. Yes. Reactions. There you go. That should kickstart that rivalry. And then we just need to do this last match. What do you want to see for this last match?
Excuse me. We don't have any tag teams tonight, do we?
We do not.
Get a tag team in there.
All right.
cool tag team rivalries we can work on and set up
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
outside of actual title competition.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually have a couple in mind.
I'll leave that one up to you. I already figured out the match type.
Okay. Um,
Creative juices aren't flowing that much outside of, the basic superstars that I'm familiar with.
oh, that's fine.
So if you leave it up to me, we're just gonna get the same matches over and over, honestly.
That's fair. Okay, so I think I know exactly what I want to do. We are going to do,
Ivar? Okay.
yeah, the Viking
Team
Raiders.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Where's Eric? If anybody is watching and you have any ideas as to who we should have against the Viking Raiders, let me know. Because I have a couple of ideas, and if Delta hasn't come back by the time anybody has said anything, then I'll probably pick things. But yeah, let me know. I've got a couple ideas. Will not involve Roman Reigns or Paul Heyman. I've already got Roman Reigns in the main event. Might do the Dudleys. We might end up throwing the Dudley boys in here. Got ideas for this next match. Roman's not in this. I just haven't changed him yet. Roman's in the main event, so we're not putting Roman in here. For anybody who's wondering and just tuning in. But if you have any suggestions as to who should face the Viking Raiders, then let me know. Otherwise, Delta and I will probably pick somebody, because I've got a couple of ideas. I think they'll be fun.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Just waiting to see if anybody wants to chime in before I set up, because I already have a tag team that I'm going to throw in here if nobody else wants to put anything. It's going to be the Dudley Boys.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I'm not seeing anything. So we're gonna
You could always do that rude combo you were talking about.
I could, yes, and I'm actually thinking about doing that next NXT, and either next NXT or next SmackDown, because I know both of the Rudes are on the same show. I just don't remember what show they're on. So if they're on SmackDown, we can do that on SmackDown. If they're not on SmackDown, we'll have to wait for Raw or NXT to do it. There's Bubba Ray. Where's Bully Ray? There he is. Wait, that Paul Heyman's not their manager.
They have the Road Warriors in here?
They do not.
Sad.
Yeah, I know. Wait a second. Why is it saying that I... Okay, good. It's saying that I was controlling Bubba Ray. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And then... Alright. Normally it shows the managers in the background, but it's not showing the managers for Roman here. It's interesting. All right, so I'm going to record this a little bit. So we've got the Raw's Women's Championship second quarterfinal match will be Chyna versus Rhea Ripley. Whoever wins that will face Trish Stratus. Cruiserweight matches. We have let's see, that's the European RVD. Cruiserweight, it was X-Pac versus Santos Escobar. And match 2 was Matt Hardy versus Ricochet. Ricochet is one of the hottest high flyers that I have seen lately in WWE. And he's also the fiance.
Really?
He's also the fiance to the, I think it's the Raw ring announcer, Samantha Irvin, who is easily one of my favorite ring announcers. And I've got to figure out how to get her on Raw for the ring announcer, because right now it's the guy, and they've got one guy and 2 girls for ring announcers. Right now it's the guy who is normally SmackDown's ring announcer for Raw, and I think it's the commentary that I've set up. So I need to change the commentary so that way Samantha is the intro, what do you call it, the ring announcer for Raw, because oh my god, she is insane with how good she is.
She's been a ring announcer for a long time, though, hasn't she?
I don't know when she joined the WWE, because she replaced, I think, Lillian Garcia when Lillian went over to start ring announcing, I want to say, for the UFC.
Or is
She's been a
she
ring
the one
announcer
that's
for...
been around for a long time?
Lillian was around for a while. Lillian was around while we were still watching Raw.
I was gonna say, because I know there was one that was the ring announcer that, when they first started doing like ring announcers in video games, like oh my god, Day of Reckoning.
Oh yeah,
was that her in there, Lillian?
I believe Lillian was in Day of Reckoning.
And she's the one I'm thinking of, not
yeah.
not the
Well,
new one.
Samantha is just as good, if not better, than Lillian was. She's just that impressive with how she enunciates things, especially if she, saying certain names like her fiance Ricochet, Rhea Ripley, and Cody Rhodes. But like those 3, I know for a fact she does a fantastic job of announcing. But it's also funny because she has the funniest way of saying Chelsea Green's name, and Chelsea was like, she's in love with the way that Samantha says her name, even though it's completely ridiculous and super, what some would say, annoying. But it's I think it's funny. Because she gets all super nasally and high pitched. She's like, Chelsea Green, and it's just freaking hilarious when you could also hear the grit in her voice when she's yelling out Cody Rhodes' name or something like that. And they actually had her do it for this, because originally Vince, I think it was Vince, told her to stop. But once Vince stepped down, she started doing it again because the fans wanted it. And she liked doing it. And Chelsea herself really enjoyed it.
Seems like Vince started to get pretty disconnected from a lot of things towards the end.
Paul Heyman went on record and said in an interview on I think on a radio or a podcast, that Vince lived in his own little bubble. and you just kind of existed in it with him. And if something happened that was beyond his control, then he would get so upset and so mad that he was basically impossible to talk to for like 20 to 30 minutes. And he used an example like a sneeze. He was like, if Vince is in the middle of talking, he's got this big speech going on and he sneezes, he'll just get quiet. And then you can't talk to him for like 20 minutes because he can't control the sneeze. Because the sneeze came out of nowhere and he wasn't able to control it. And so because it was beyond his control, it pissed him off.
Like, for real?
Yeah, he said that it was trying to be in the creative room with Vince McMahon was very difficult.
Jeez.
And with the Viking Raiders...
I'm not surprised, though.
Yeah, right? And with the Viking Raiders, Ivar, I believe it was, was in an interview, and he was like, when we first got introduced, we were like on the lower end dark matches of NXT, and we were coming out like as Vikings and stuff like that, and Vince took notice of us, and he was like, all right, well, let's try and get you up to the main roster. And they couldn't pass Vikings through the legal team because they had a Vikings football team, there's a Viking TV show. They tried to do all these different things, and before they came up with Viking Raiders, they came up with Viking Experience. And he was like, we're not an amusement park ride name. Don't name us an amusement park ride name. But Vince was like, let's try it for one match, and if we don't like it, we'll change it. And so they didn't like it, so they changed it. And that's how they got the Viking Raiders. But they were like, we want, like, the whole gimmick of the Viking Raiders is like, you know, we're these badass, like, Viking warriors descendant from, like, the Viking warlords of old. We're trying to honor our heritage, and, you know, we're going to do it while also doing what we do best, which is beating people up. And Vince loved the idea, but they just couldn't settle on a freaking name. And it was like, he was so adamant about making it the Viking Experience that, like, Ivar and Eric were just like, really? This is how we're gonna do this. But fortunately, that's not how it went. So, and I'm grateful because they are fantastic. I've seen Ivar and Eric move. Like, in this game does not do them justice. When I watch them in, like, clips and whatnot on YouTube, those guys are super heavyweights that can move as well as cruiserweights in some situations. They're insane. Like, I saw Ivar do a springboard moonsault off the middle rope, like a lion salt, like one of Chris Jericho's lion salts, and I was so impressed because I'm like, holy crap, this guy is like 350 pounds.
Next time I have you over, you'll have to show me some matches.
Yes. Anyway, let's start this show. I think the only rival action right now that I've got for NXT is just Bruno versus Roman, which is fine. The rest of it, you know, we're just going to let things play out as they will. If a competitor's rivalries can be formed two different ways, either through rivalry actions or constantly putting the competitor against another competitor over and over again in succession. So, like, if we want to build up a rivalry naturally without having the rivalry actions, we can just have them continuously feud back and forth without doing anything. Like, put them in a tag team match and then put them individually and then put them in a triple threat or stuff like that, and it'll just naturally build the rivalry. But the rivalry, which is good too, because the rivalry actions, some rivalry actions have to have a certain level of rivalry before you can access them. So, you know, we don't have to put a rivalry action in every single match. As long as they're continuously fighting against each other, the rivalry won't die and we can keep building it.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you for joining me on this. And thank you for all the viewers who are going to be joining me on this as well. Like, I know that we may not get very many suggestions, but it's nice to know that people are having fun watching these silly little matches.
Indeed.
Since I've been watching mid to late 90s wrestling, I had to try and do my best to recreate Jake the Snake's outfit from the mid 90s, because I do not like the outfit he wears in this game normally. I wasn't able to get it perfect, but I got it pretty damn close.
Well, here comes a hardcore wrestling icon who is indeed ready for a brawl.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Weighing in at 287 pounds.
Hang on.
innovative ways to put himself in harm's way.
I am honestly scared to think about what goes on in the mind of Cactus Jack.
YouTube site's good.
Okay, good. I just had to turn you up because Cactus Jack's music was drowning you out.
Rightfully so.
The cold and calculating snake.
And his opponents, first from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
You know, the NXT athletes could learn a lot from this man. Namely, never trust a snake.
You know, Jake the Snake Roberts, creator of one of the most devastating moves, the DDT. So sudden, so powerful, that maneuver has brought the Snake much success.
I'm actually excited to see what these new changes to the settings will do to this.
I love this guy.
Oh, like the camera angle and all that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, me
from
too.
Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 268 pounds, D'Lo Brown.
Look at how conceited this competitor is. I am glad that there are mute buttons on social media for people like this. Oh my gosh, jealous much, Corey? Also, have some guts and unfollow if they bother you so much.
Again, I'm gonna have to change that music. That does not fit D'Lo Brown. He always had like a hip hop style music setting. Not using Farouk's.
Doesn't matter where or when he's competing, this guy just wants to fight, and he's about to get one.
Because like the dance moves are correct, but the music is not. Not in any way.
And you've got to come into this triple threat with a different mindset than any other match.
Well, contending with multiple opponents really makes you think in a cerebral manner. Do you focus on one opponent or wait for an opening and capitalize? Lots of ways to approach this fight.
I did also turn on the performance thing for the wrestlers that if we have more than one wrestler or more than two wrestlers in the ring, so I'm hoping that changes things a little bit.
Okay. Battle of the loud boots.
Punch right in the head. And it's reverse pain.
At least two of them.
One's cheetah print, one's snakeskin.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. And back in the ring we go. Oh, man. And will this be it?
Things seem to be playing in a little, almost slow
And he
motion.
breaks the pin.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping the performance thing, turning that on would help, because it's like if the game is running slower due to multiple superstars being in the ring, the turn this on. I'm like, okay, I'm not noticing that much of a difference. I am noticing the camera angles though.
Yeah, those are nice.
Roll on their belly. Taking this outside, and he lets him out of the submission hold.
Could have been a strategic move to wear down.
And removing the HUD is nice too, actually. It really just makes it much more like watching.
I agree.
Byron, how does this matchup require a different mindset? Can he do it here? Broken up, and the match continues.
I forgot there's no DQ. This is gonna make it even worse for everybody else if Cactus Jack pulls out the freaking barbed wire baseball bat, which they added into this game after the update with the ECW superstars.
I mean, I'm good with this being a no DQ. It's fitting.
Sleeper hold is applied.
He's in, and he breaks the hold. On a forearm. Going for it. Trying to step through. All on their belly.
Well,
And watch this. Letting him free.
had him where he wanted him, but maybe he has something better planned.
And here we go now. Dropping the elbow right on the knee. He's getting a little fatter now.
Dang.
Elbow drop. Piercing.
Just manhandling the two of them.
And this match will head back.
D'Lo really wants that European Championship.
Off balance.
Apparently.
Decimating the knee. The tried and true method to taking anyone down.
Closed fist connects. Military press. Boom, slam with authority.
Forgot how big Jake the Snake actually was.
Right?
And he powers out. He really thought that was it.
Fortunately, I think that this whole like slowdown thing should only affect superstar matches with more than one superstar.
Adding a level of
So if we
with that
most of the matches we do are going to be like one-on-one matches, it shouldn't matter too much.
And he
I
hightails
don't
it to ringside.
recall it doing
certainly
this
has
the
to be
last time.
piecing
though.
together a
It was
new
doing
game.
it on
Tag team.
Okay, he's re-entering
it was
the
doing
ring.
it on my end, but it wasn't doing it this is a little bit worse. And I'm wondering if part of that's because of the slowdown setting that I turned on. Like the slowdown setting is supposed to make it perform better, but it feels like it's performing worse.
Yeah. Maybe after this match, you can go ahead and change that setting.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't mind it slowing down a little bit. Like, last time it wasn't as bad, but this is definitely a lot worse. So we'll try and fix it next time.
Catches a punch.
Dangerous intentions on the mind of the madman, Cactus Jack.
I thought it was going for the DDT.
Well-executed suplex. Strong.
Yeah, with the way it kind of slows things down, it breaks the experience a little bit, to be honest.
I know. I'm sorry.
And
No,
it
it's
breaks
fine.
up the pinfall.
Let's keep fighting.
Fuck around and find out, right?
Oh, man. Put into the corner now. Oh. Vicious right forearm.
Yeah, because, like, on my end last time, it was definitely slower when we were doing, like, the tag matches and stuff like that, but it wasn't this slow.
Control here.
No, it wasn't. For
Face
sure.
full of turnbuckle.
This just feels like it's playing at, 0.75 speed. Like it's just slowed down.
Yeah. And I don't understand why. I honestly don't. Oh, while we're doing this, I'm going to look it up to see, like, if that's a common problem.
Oh, clothesline. Oh, man. He is just reeling from that offense. Yeah, triple threat matches are no cakewalk, and they are showing us why right now. The pain, and he could pin his opponent right here.
Oh. Cactus Jack, what are you doing? Get in there.
So resilient.
Quick return to the ring.
Oh, my goodness, what an impactful STO. Hurricane.
Unbelievable athleticism. Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
Oh, God. Up and... Face first.
That
Slapjack.
was a nasty slam.
Oh, eye rake.
I'm wondering if that's D'Lo's signature move. I know it's not his finisher. His finisher is the running powerbomb.
Shifts it back onto him.
Overhand right lands.
Gar scraping over the eyes. Counter with Roberts. Oh, God. That looked devastating. Going for sliced bread. Oh, countered into a power slam.
Nice.
Jake's taking a break.
No clue.
I mean, it's kind of smart. Just let them beat the crap out of each other.
The gut turns that one around.
We'll take things into the ring.
Especially when you're going to interrupt with that.
Cactus on the receiving end.
Kendo stick to the skull. Boom.
Good night.
Every successive move is putting their opponent in a dicey situation.
You'd almost think that he was in ECW at one point.
Something might be broken. One wicked attack after another. You better have an aptitude for pain because it just
Cage
keeps
out of Triple H's book.
Right?
Saw that coming.
Nice one, D'Lo.
Sidewalk slut, will it be?
Just manhandled him with that slam.
He breaks the ref's count before 2.
Still gonna take a massive effort to keep him down.
D'Lo's no joke.
Nope.
I don't think I've ever seen him wrestle.
He was a prominent member of like the Nation of Domination, and then after that, was very successful in singles competition. But most of his success came. Oh,
You can throw him.
yeah, you can throw him. Most of his success came from his like later career in the WWE. But by the time of like 2003 or so, he was already out of the company.
And now Jack could be closing in.
Cactus Jack looking for the...
Nice try, buddy.
It's the butterfly DDT.
Jake got caught with all of it. We are seeing these men leaving it all on the line.
If D'Lo was smart, he'd pin the guy right now. He'd pin D'Lo. You're an idiot.
So advanced because I just got done playing a little WrestleMania 2000 on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After watching this, I'm like, what's one of the best N64 wrestling games I could think of to
Use
play on
an
my
elbow
phone?
to disrupt that attack. Oh, an rake. That's not it.
Jake the Snake, here it comes. Snake with a DDT.
Did Roberts just
I
finish
haven't played
this?
it yet, but I also downloaded, what was it, No Mercy.
Nice.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Jake still battling through the fatigue.
Yeah,
Pin D'Lo.
Cactus
Pin
has to
D'Lo.
fight
You
back
got him.
quickly here.
Oh, foot just stomping down.
Never mind.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Could still have it.
I guess so. All right, so
Just had to put in one more hit for the pin.
Here is your winner, Jake the
Well earned.
all right, so Jake the Snake is going on to the finals of the European Championship.
Superstars to stand tall and have their arm raised here and now. There's a reason this is called a triple threat match, gentlemen, and these 3 superstars just showed us all why.
I love it.
That was a good start.
Oh, yeah, it was.
All right, so next we've got X-Pac versus Santos Escobar of the LWO. Oh, right, shit. Oh, well.
Oh, you forgot. You
I forgot,
duck.
but
It's a 1v1 anyway.
it's a 1v1. It's fine. It's fine. Remind me before I hit the next match, please.
I'll try.
I tried to make DX, but they don't have good music for DX in this. And they don't have a good Titantron, and the DX, like, dual intro requires a good Titantron to work. And so
Yes, it does.
I've kind of just, I gave up.
A two-time Hall of Famer, one of the most underrated in history.
wonder why they finally gave up on at least putting it in there for, you know, creation options.
Probably licensing issues
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in
or PG issues. I would imagine it's probably the bigger one. But now that they're moving away from the PG era, who knows what might happen.
X-Pac is continually fueled by defiance.
And he's here to kick tradition in the, well, you know where.
No, I don't, Byron. Why don't you tell me?
Someone come on, Mike.
Say it, Byron.
The dangerous Santos Escobar. From Lucha royalty to the Emperor of Lucha Libre.
and his opponent, representing the LWO from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Santos
Santos Escobar is such a dangerous competitor. He came up in Mexico City's lucha scene.
Escobar has always been a standout talent, from fighting in the underground to the highest heights in
I
NXT.
take it this guy's a little newer.
Yeah.
Lucha tradition, but ready to make his own moves to the top of WWE.
He joined WWE at least probably like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh, so he's definitely newer.
When Escobar joined WWE, he arrived here under a mask, but he quickly put the past behind him.
He evolved. He became the superstar we know today.
That change seems like a very good one for Santos. With Santos Escobar, you really can never tell what's going through his head or what his intentions are.
It's still in slow
It
mode.
still seems like it's slow, yeah.
Escobar has
Not
a
as
killer
slow, but
instinct
still.
and knows what it takes to be at the top of WWE. Santos is set on forging his own path and no longer following in the footsteps of his former idols.
There's no doubt that Santos is focused on causing damage to
He's
anyone,
already busted X-Pac
whether it's
open.
friend or foe.
Lord!
Then you have the ever-rebellious
Just going
X-Pac,
for it.
Always one that chastised
Busted him
authority
open and then
strives to
sat
be a
on it.
thorn in their side.
X-Pac certainly does seem to enjoy ruffling feathers. I wonder if he'll be able to
It's
get
just
under his opponent's skin.
Coming out of the gate. Holy crap.
Oh, impressive counter. Moves outside. What's the plan here?
I like the camera angle for
He's got
outside.
him by the leg. DDT on the foot. X-Pac, clearly full of energy, and it needs to be unleashed somewhere.
I mean, he's got to try and feel better about himself after the beginning of the match here.
After he had his nose broken.
Stop in the leg.
A little style from the Emperor of Lucha Libre.
Boom! Drop kick on the mark. Oh, Santos counters. Set up for the leg sweep. Nicely done. He's taking some good hits.
Yeah, Santos is building a way to take out the competition.
Corey, how do you plan for a superstar like Santos Escobar?
Escobar has a hybrid offense, mixing lucha tradition with modern aggression. If you want to defeat him, you need to be able to weather the early storm and not let your guard down.
Hard to grab or apply a proper hold after a move like that.
I missed you. I wanted to knee you in the face again. Stomping. Ouch.
Of the three ring announcers, I'd have to say, like, Corey is my favorite with his sarcastic comments.
I'm sure that's exactly why they have him.
I mean, I like Pat McAfee, who's the current partner of Michael Cole, but Corey is just hilarious to me.
Goodness, stop after stop after stop.
You have to imagine the disdain it takes to repeatedly stop. Oh, cross body.
Whoa.
That is tossing your own body around without a care.
Taking no account for their own well-being.
Immense pressure being kept
Put
on
a lot
his
of
body.
attention into this
Things
guy's
can get grim
moveset.
in a hurry
Yeah.
if X-Pac doesn't turn this around.
Oh,
There's a Canadian destroyer. Wow.
I hate that move so much.
A statement.
Santos might be taking his next step up the mountain. Just stretching
He's
out the arm.
really going after the arms, isn't he?
Yep. The Canadian Destroyer is one of the, in my opinion, one of the stupidest moves that has ever been invented.
Into the ring.
Because
Yeah, it looked a little weird.
it looks like it's a counter to a back body drop into a pile driver.
Escobar has
It's
set
like,
his
what's,
target.
how? Like, how does that make sense? Because you have, like,
He turns it around.
oh, Xbox stopped the finisher.
To get back in this.
He could be turning his fortunes
Momentum
around.
shift.
But the Canadian Destroyer requires you to have your opponent flip you over your head, and then you turn it into a sunset flip that then turns into a pile driver. It's like, it should be a counter, not a finisher.
Like that might allow X-Pac to get the job done.
Or a normal move that you just pull off out of the wind.
On the throat in the corner. Oh, look at this.
I'm hoping.
I think Xbox is angry.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Going for the pin. This could be.
No, he ain't ready for a pin yet.
And referee cuts off the count in one.
Wow, I thought this
Not
was
even
over.
close. X-Pac, if you got a signature move, I would recommend throwing him in the corner and doing the Bronco Buster. That's what I would do.
Muscled out all the way to the outside.
Tope Con Hero. That is reckless abandon being shown.
And paying off as well.
Oh, X-Pac got caught with a reversal.
And it's like the high-flying moves like this is the reason why I wanted to get the Cruiserweight division back up.
Up the ropes.
I know that was
Really likes sitting on Xbox face.
I know that was supposed to be a leg drop, but that looked like he landed butt first straight on his face.
What a barrage of stuff.
Like I said, he really likes sitting on Xbox face.
Oh, a tremendous amount of strength on display here. Oh, gut buster.
Whoa, that was a nasty
The
move.
referee continues the count, may call it soon. And he gets delivered back into the ring.
Cover. Is it enough?
Oh, my Lord, how in the world is he still going?
That sucked all the air out of this place. It looked like a done deal.
I'm okay with it continuing to go.
This is a good fight.
Front face lock applied with the underhook.
Oh, here it is again.
Gut buster.
I'm
That
pretty,
is just
Picking the
so
competition apart.
nasty.
I'm pretty sure that's not his finisher, but it looks like it could be.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this.
Escobar. Connecting with the Phantom Driver.
That's his
it.
finisher.
Santos just ended things.
Cover. And they're still
What?
in this.
Are we sure that wasn't three? Just about as close as you can get.
It must be demoralizing knowing you've unleashed your best shot on your opponent to no avail.
X-Pac is not going down without a freaking fight.
Ooh, what a nasty kick.
He's pushing this one.
That was disrespectful.
X-Pac looks powerless to
Treat this like it's a like pay-per-view fight.
Courtesy of X-Pac. Escobar's in serious danger.
That was a nice little, like, surprise X Factor, but not yet.
Just take going to the well one more time with that maneuver to gain the pinfall. Lariat. Carefully placed stomp to the arm. He's starting to struggle here.
Yeah, as X-Pac was able to use his speed to get one over.
Oh, boy.
Lift off.
Oh.
To land. Missed the mark.
He hit it, but not solid enough for it to actually register properly.
The WWE Universe is
Kick Karate
making
Kid.
their feelings heard loud and clear.
Had to take a moment. Needed a break.
Escobar headed top rope. From the top. Oh, coming down from way up top.
As the arm bars stretch in.
Right back to the arm.
Punishing stretch. Ooh, what a nasty kick. Just disrespectful.
Do you get the impression that he doesn't like X-Pac's face?
A little. Only slightly.
He's doing everything in his power to, like, erase X-Pac's nose from existence.
Heads outside, but this one has to end in the ring. Watch this Herculean power. Into a back suplex.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Playing to his subjects. Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match.
He avoids the damage.
Boom! Drop kick.
On the mark.
Big risk here. He may be counted out.
He might be oblivious to the count, guys.
Oh, man. By this...
Oh, taking it right to him. No waiting.
Cut him off before the finish, or before the thing ended.
Tilt-a-whirl. Into a leg drop?
Okay.
Keep an eye out for when this game
Santos
goes
toying
on
with his
sale.
opponent a little bit.
Since I put in that refund for it.
Okay.
I'm hoping my like Steam summer
He
sale.
went
will
right into that
be on sale.
turnbuckle. Connects with the Meteora.
Uh-oh.
Escobar with a...
I had to rethink my finances. They were kicking me out.
Exclamation
Totally understandable.
by Escobar.
There's two. Amazing.
What?
How much surviving that will cost, though.
I don't know
The
how someone kicks
monster.
out of that. I don't know how you can still be standing.
That was a big knockdown, another clothesline.
Building momentum.
This and he's
Monster,
getting
he's
absolutely
amazing.
stopped in his tracks.
Ooh.
He may get the 3 count right here. This is it.
No way he would.
No, kick out at 2. Almost
That would have been hilarious if he did after that. That was like, okay, so I don't know if the Meteoria, which is the double knee attack in the corner, is a finisher or a signature move, but he clearly hit the Phantom Driver afterwards, which was his finisher.
I wish they would do a screen effect like they used to do for finishers and signatures.
No way.
Like some sort of like mild screen flash.
Oh, they do that. Have you not noticed the screen flashes?
I don't. No.
Oh,
Maybe it's just because of the.
it's very,
Lower frame rate on
very,
Kick right on point.
it's very brief, but they do that when you hit a really powerful move.
X-Pac breaking it down like it's 1999. Just hope he doesn't get too cocky.
I have not noticed that on the stream. At least not on the Discord side of things. Could be a frame rate thing causing me to not notice that. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
He's burying elbows in the midsection.
Not sure where Xbox was taking him.
I don't even think he knew where he was taking it.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Man, look at the rating on this match.
I know. Oh no, he caught him. That's the third
That
one.
has to be it. It's gonna be it. It's over. Okay.
Wow.
That was a match.
That was insane.
Bravo.
Escobar picks up the win. This has to have given X-Pac some 1, 2, 3 kid era flashbacks or something.
That was a very, very, very good effort from X-Pac.
Instant classic is right. And don't forget to change that setting.
Right.
Absolutely incredible match.
All right, let's see here. I was kind of pulling for X-Pac, but, you know, that's okay. There will be other chances. It's not the last
Who
time.
could be mad with a match like that?
Exactly. Let's try turning down shadows a little bit. Turning that off. All right. Let's see if that changes anything. Ironically enough, this is also going to be a multi-superstar match, but obviously the multi-superstar performance thing was actually slowing things down a little bit. A little bit more than it should have, in my opinion. I was hoping that would actually, like, speed things up a bit.
It did the opposite.
It did the opposite. All right, so we got Rob Van Dam, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, and Big E. It should be a very interesting triple threat match. And this will be for the second spot in the finals against Jake the Snake Roberts for the European Championship. I do not envy any of these guys for having to go against Jake the Snake.
No, not after that last match. Is this also no DQ?
Yeah. Which, you know, is right up Rob Van Dam's alley.
Is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Battle Creek, Michigan. Weighing in at 235 pounds. Rob Van Dam.
From ECW standout to WWE legend. One of the most unique athletes sports entertainment has ever known.
I am absolutely putting him in a match against LA Knight at some point.
I'm sure I know who LA Knight is.
He's gone through a couple different names in WWE, but LA Knight's his most recent one, and he is one of the most charismatic and popular characters so far in WWE right now.
Dirty Dom is on the premises.
I thought snitches get stitches, Corey.
I'm not ratting on Dom. I'm telling the lawmen to watch their backs.
Dominik Mysterio, any relationship to Rey Mysterio?
His son.
Was unaware.
And his opponents, first, representing the Judgment Day from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dirty Dominik Mysterio.
ourselves still have a bad taste in our mouths over the way Dominik has treated his Hall of Fame father and his entire family.
YouTube stream doesn't look as choppy as the Discord stream.
Dirty Dom is simply following
I am
his
very
orders,
grateful for that.
refusing to walk in anyone's shadow. And frankly, it should be admired.
What amazes me about Dominik Mysterio is that he says he has absolutely no regret about his new direction.
I happen to be extremely proud of Dominik and feel that he should be proud of himself.
We all want to go big. We'll see that. There is a big change in the atmosphere.
And representing the New Day from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, Big
I forgot about that fact.
No secret, Big E nor any other member
What, the New Day?
Yeah.
shame, but Big E should feel
They still exist?
Yes, although Big E unfortunately no longer wrestles because he ended up like breaking his neck.
Shit.
He landed wrong on a particular move and it did a lot of damage to his neck, and over 2 years later he still hasn't been cleared to wrestle, so he's assuming his WWE career is over because it's
Damn,
because
that's unfortunate.
his vertebrae still showing a lot of soft tissue rather than actual like new bone.
We've got triple threat action here tonight. No disqualifications, no countouts.
Oh yeah, it runs
This
so
is a
much
match that
faster.
favors the
Oh, good.
opportunists. There can only
Yeah,
be
it definitely
one
is running a little bit better.
who strikes at the right moment will score that impressive victory here.
Maybe the
I
performance
can see
mode.
where that particular mode would be useful if your computer really has a hard time with it.
I think it,
smoothing things out. but-
yeah, I think it also helps out for things like timing on your things, so that way the icons appear to counter and stuff like that. So it might like
Focusing on a body
make it so that
Oh,
way.
as a player,
That was a train wreck.
in control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Anyway, what were you saying?
as a player, it probably smooths out the experience.
So
Yes,
fast.
but since we're not playing, we're just watching the computer beat the crap out of each other. It's kind of problematic.
Display. What a way to flaunt your abilities.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Everybody wanted to do the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Up and face
Whoa!
first. Oh my God.
I love triple threat.
There's a reason this is
Just
called a
the
triple threat
domino
match.
effect of going back and forth and knocking each other down.
Zero rules. And on top of that, you don't have to be the one pinned to still lose the match.
All of it just
Yep.
hilarious
For anything.
sometimes.
Big E's focus perhaps being tested there.
Swinging neck breaker. He can end it here.
Is the title match for the European Championship also going to be no DQ?
I can make it DQ. I hadn't thought about that.
Frankly, he should have known that
Why don't
wasn't
you
enough.
should just turn it into like a hardcore title?
Well, I am going to be adding the hardcore title in here as well, but I'm not doing any kind of like tournament for that one. That one I am probably just going to pick like
Back elbow right
I don't know, 4 or 5 opponents and throw them into the match just and see who wins.
Well, since Cactus Jack didn't move forward in the European title, you're going to have to put him in for that one.
Yeah, I'm Cactus Jack was either Cactus Jack or Mankind. We're going to go into that, and Sandman for sure. And then the other 3 we were going to determine later. Because, like, if there's any person that deserves a hardcore championship, it's Sandman. Because he's, like, the definition of hardcore for ECW.
Oh, God, that hurt.
We're not doing anything with Triple H at that point.
This could be it. Cover.
Potentially. I mean, Triple H right now is in the world title contention, so we'll have to see if he actually makes it to the finals.
Ooh. Like I said, if we're not doing anything with him at that point.
He's never really been a hardcore champion individual, but I mean, he uses a sledgehammer a lot, so it makes sense.
That was kind of my thought about it, was his whole sledgehammer image.
Yeah.
Snap power slam.
Okay, so I'm seeing the screen flashes there. I guess I just
This one is headed outside, guys.
one of the moments when they're being finished was like,
Looks like he knows
Speaking of sledgehammer,
Last is the one with the sledgehammer.
Dom, it's a good thing you're wearing like a chest protector or something, because I got a feeling you're gonna need it.
he's got some body armor on.
Witnessing a malicious string of attacks right now. He's outside the ring now. Hope he's got a plan.
Oh,
Technically, Dominik actually landed elbow first on the top of that.
Paying homage to his uncle Eddie. Dom's opponent feeling the heat.
The Rhea Amigos.
Big Rob,
Nice counter
goodness.
from Big E. Oh, nasty elbow.
He's like, hey guys, I wanna be in here too. I wanna fight.
Right?
I've tried a couple times and just can't seem to break through. Oh. Now he means business.
I think he's getting tired of being ignored.
cuts off their offense with a swift elbow.
Stop ignoring me! Rob Van Dam, you're being a duck.
And he gets sent back into the ring.
Arm control applied and a
Working the arm and then a kick right to the ribs. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
cradle pile driver. My goodness.
Into the cover.
Shoulders down.
Man, that was such a long and hard-fought
Dominik,
match. He earned
Dominik
the
screwed himself over by doing that somersault plancha and missing.
Yeah. Wow, perfect timing by Rob Van Dam.
This triple threat victory, some would call it quite the Herculean feat.
Triple threat matches tend to live up to the hype, and this one was no different, you
Oh.
guys.
Jake the Snake versus Rob Van Dam.
Yep.
It's gonna be a banger of a match.
Oops. It would help if I was actually clicked on this. There we go. I'm making too many bullet points on my what do you call it? Okay, there we go. I fixed my Google Doc. All right, next wait, hold on a second. That is not the main.
Either way, through the weekend, I think through Tuesday, most Safeways I've been by have been doing like barbecues out front of their store for $10 racks of ribs,
Huh,
barbecued ribs,
interesting.
through the weekend for the holiday. So
That's
if you
kinda
got a Safeway nearby, you should check them out. They were pretty good. I got a rack the other day and was pleasantly surprised for $10.
Nice. For some reason, the last couple matches did not actually carry over.
What do you mean?
Well,
Like it didn't like record the match results?
it didn't know. Like the match, all the matches after the Chyna versus Rhea Ripley match just disappeared.
Oh, the setups he made. Gotcha.
Yeah. So let's see. It was Matt Hardy versus Ricochet. We have to put them back in.
You've got his manager, and then last one is Roman Reigns versus what's his face?
Yeah. Well, that's the main event, but there was one more before that. It was right. That's right.
Oh,
Dudley's
it's the tag team.
yeah. Dudley's versus the
Viking guys.
Viking Raiders. No idea why I didn't record those. There we go. And this is the one that has one normal. Bruno Sammartino. Roman Reigns. Managers. Reactions. It was there. I have no idea why I didn't save those last three. But they're in there now. All right, so this is going to be for the next spot against Trish Stratus in the women's division semifinals. And considering that both of these women are extremely powerful and intense, I suspect this to be a very brutal match.
Certainly hope so.
This is Dominik Mysterio's like storyline girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ready to pass judgment on the women's division.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day, from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea.
Yeah, I already like her.
A pile of championship title wins, a Royal Rumble winner, Rhea Ripley is a 100% proven threat. No questioning that. You talk about nightmare opponents. Rhea Ripley is the living embodiment of that concept. It takes a lot of courage to step inside the ring with her. Courage or foolishness, dealing with a competitor on
Why?
this level is a
She
challenge.
looks
Most superstars just aren't
built
too
to wrestle most of the male wrestlers, to be honest.
Just like Chyna. She's like the modern day Chyna, in my opinion. Not nearly as tall, but definitely like as physically impressive.
Build. She's got the build.
cold
Yeah.
expression on her face tells you all you need to know about Rhea Ripley. Rhea has complete confidence in herself.
No, someone that's not afraid to put on some muscle.
One of the
Not at
most
all.
intimidating women of all time.
And from Redondo Beach, California,
I forgot that she ever carried around a big bazooka.
She did towards the end of her career.
Certified trailblazer for women's wrestling. Who's made history her entire career, especially during the Attitude Era. Yeah, what a career Chyna's had, and of course your relationship with D-Generation X, putting her on the map. Former champion in her own right. former Intercontinental Champion, Cole, and a Women's Champion.
I'm looking at her right now, and I'm watching her body language, and her intimidation factor has got to be off the charts, knowing she's facing Rhea Ripley.
Her intimidation factor is 0.
You're right. She's definitely not as tall as Chyna, huh?
No. Chyna is like almost 6 feet tall.
As Rhea Ripley and Chyna fight to be at the top of this women's division's food chain.
Few opponents can measure up to the 9th wonder of the world, but the Eradicator is definitely one of them. Pound for pound, these are two of the strongest competitors to ever step foot in WWE's women's locker room.
That arm pull is something
Byron,
that
I don't know if this
never
ring or
really
even
saw
this
back in
arena
the old days.
is truly big enough for these two.
It's a classic move. It's not really one that's like used nowadays most of the time, but it's definitely an older style
really
move.
Seeing it much.
Oh boy, here it comes.
It's
one of those-
really old style then.
Yeah, it's one of those moves that you see like more often in like the 80s and early 90s.
Sure she can escape out of this, and yes, she does.
Turns the tides. Oh, right on the arm. Boom.
If I remember correctly, I think one of the big reasons why a lot of people like compare Rhea to Chyna, not just is her physically intimidating stature and the fact that she can deadlift and bench almost as much as Chyna could, which if the stats are true, Chyna was capable of benching 320 pounds and deadlifting 400.
Wow.
Which, you know, most men can't even do. But
Hell no.
it's not even it's not just like their physical appearance. It's also the fact that like Rhea has started like adopting a lot of gear that looks like modified versions, like updated version of Chyna's gear, as you can see here.
Yeah.
Ripley has her
And I think
sights
that's
set on her
intentional.
opponent now.
I really like the outside camera angles.
Me too. That's a lot more dynamic
Nice
stuff.
change.
I don't know how I'd like to play with them on, but I like watching.
What's coming here? Submission
Yeah, it would get a little
available.
confusing unless it's just a really,
Abdominals looking to find the escape from the abdominal stretch.
I guess, scripted move.
Yeah.
Where you know, you're really just sitting there for, you know, playing some kind of mini game, you know, doing a submission or whatever.
Ripley possesses
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. But otherwise, yeah, in the middle of the action,
A
it gets
superstar like Rhea
straight.
Ripley isn't at their peak because of one attribute. And frankly, you should know that, Cole. Rhea Ripley is successful because she has tremendous ring IQ and dominating presence. That's something that takes years for people to learn.
Range down an elbow in retaliation.
Up and around. Tilt-a-whirl slam.
She's beginning to flag a little.
Seeing some no-nonsense offense from Rhea.
And if the first stop doesn't send you the message, the follow-up ones
No matter
definitely will.
who Trish Stratus has to fight,
Another
I don't
one.
envy her.
Me neither.
Whoever wins
You
this
can see
match.
her struggling to find her bearings. Whoa! Slingshot senton.
I was not expecting that from Rhea.
Fast and loose with your own body.
That is weaponizing your body. That's what that was. Chyna showing her instincts.
By the time we get
Camera missed.
Get under the ropes.
by the time we get to the next match, I'm definitely going to try and make sure that Trish has different.
Line delivered.
Right back outside.
Lucky
That Trish has different attire because
Oh
I don't
my
like her.
God.
I don't like her current attire.
Things are about to go really high flying.
Rhea Ripley has her opponent up for the electric chair. And
chair into the face buster.
Rhea delivered an emphatic move on Chyna, but can she capitalize?
Take into account how that just visually looked with her face going through the ropes.
Yeah.
You know? Gotta love video game physics.
Oh, I saw one where like The Rock got up.
Rhea Ripley looking for the submission. Look
Oh, boy.
at this power.
Good.
Trying to get her
like a reverse
Looks like
cloverleaf.
she has other plans here.
I think she was just looking to soften her up a little there.
It,
I saw
it
one
was
where
like, to me, it looked like trying to engage a figure four with your arms instead
Well,
of legs.
that's the that's what makes it a cloverleaf instead of the figure four.
Okay.
Rhea's power seems to be hard for Chyna to comprehend here.
But I
Anyway,
oh.
Shoulders down.
But I saw The Rock like sit up and his body like twisted 360 degrees as he was standing up. It was
oh, jeez.
the worst kind of chiropractic adjustment that I could have ever imagined in this game.
Oh, caught by the back elbow.
Fortunately, those type of glitches don't happen often, but when they do happen, they're hilarious. And it's just because of the way the animations and physics work in this type of game.
Knee right to the face.
Jesus!
Really, when you think about it, yeah, overall the game's not that advanced, but to get those kind of physics to work as well as they do, as free as they do with all the different animations and things you can do, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty impressive.
I agree.
Especially when you consider it to be, a yearly turnaround type game.
Locked in.
Right?
And she releases the hold as she feels that.
I don't understand why the computer doesn't keep the submissions in, especially when they're finishers. I don't think that was Rhea's finisher.
I wonder if you turned up
Great
the
response to
difficulty,
Ripley
more
there.
likely to.
Maybe. But I don't know if it's more likely to just like keep it in the submission or if it's more likely to just activate submissions.
Lands face first. Kick to the gut.
It was actually a really impressive fall animation after being dropped in the rope like that.
Yeah.
So ruthless. Oh my goodness. Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
This match is vicious.
I knew this match was going to be vicious.
And Ripley getting laid into there.
Yeah, Chyna continues to really show off that unparalleled power and ability. Ooh, she hit the corner hard. Right on target with a stop to the gut.
Ouch. That's one way to get your opponent out of the corner. Chyna standing tall, ready to dominate. Boom!
Ouch.
And Chyna has established control.
Yeah, there is no safe corner for Rhea with Chyna in the ring.
There may be padding down there, but you feel every bit of that concrete floor.
Right?
Uh-oh, unmatched strength from Chyna.
But Chyna reminding everyone she's going for it.
Oh, no.
Nice reversal.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my God, for the win!
Wow.
Talk about catching your opponent off guard. Damn.
I was not expecting that.
No, I figured that would just be, one of those stamina waster type moves. But actually pulling the win off of that.
From Chyna here, but Rhea Ripley just proves too powerful for even the ninth wonder of the world to overcome.
That was incredible. I love that. All right, so in the semifinals, the first semifinals match for the Raw's women's title, who, if the winner will get the world championship, the loser will get the women's IC championship, will be Trish Stratus versus Rhea Ripley. So Rhea is basically just going to go on to become a legend killer if this continues.
Yeah, that was just wow.
And so this is going to be for the cruiserweight / light heavyweight championship.
Because I was gonna start to say, wow, Chyna's starting to put on a clinic, but
She was.
you know.
But then she got caught with the possum pin. Whoever wins this match.
Which again, usually those feel like stamina wasters more than something that's actually going to effectively win the match. But
Oftentimes, yeah, you'd think
they
that.
do
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
They do happen.
Oh, I know why it's doing that. Okay.
Making his way to
He's using, Matt Hardy is doing Jeff Hardy's moveset because Lita's with him. I did not expect that. That's kind of funny.
225 pounds, Matt R.D.
Hey, where's the horse? What are you talking about? Yeah, what horse? The high horse this superstar always seems to be on. Did Jerry Lawler write that line for you?
I like how the commentary team changes depending on what your character's like personality trait is. Because you can choose different personality traits to determine like how your character will react in matches and stuff like that, and it's actually reflected in the commentary.
Here comes Ricochet. You're right, Cole. We are looking at an amazing high flyer and a fearless risk taker. The one and only.
And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 190 pounds, Ricochet!
Exhilarating and inspiring. Yeah, one of the most gifted aerialists in our industry. You're right, Byron, but Ricochet knows flying around can only take you so far, which is why Ricochet also possesses a very impressive power game. Well, there is one guarantee. Ricochet knows how to captivate the WWE Universe.
All the NXT superstars get a chance of welcome back whenever they go back to NXT, apparently.
The superstar loves a challenge, and he finds himself facing one here tonight.
Yeah, he's not afraid to stand up to anyone in this locker room, which sometimes gets him into trouble, but is definitely one of his more admirable traits as a competitor.
Never backing down from any challenger, no matter what.
And you look at Ricochet, this guy is super impressive in the ring. Exceptionally athletic, clearly innovative, but he knows he still has plenty
Just
left
going
to
for the
prove.
face, huh?
And he sets out to do that
Yup.
every time the bell rings.
Oh, saw it coming. He's been placed in the corner now.
That's an interesting reversal.
Oh my goodness, what a kick.
I don't know if that was a reversal or a scripted move, but that was still fun.
Oh my gosh.
Standing shooting star press, incredible. Quick reflexes so important in a match like this.
Been kicked right to the gut. Oh my!
Ouch.
Well, now it's roll up. Ricochet easily gets the shoulder up.
Gonna take a lot more than that to keep this man.
Oh, God. The common task against Ricochet is to ground him, but Corey, that's a difficult one when the man has athleticism like something out of a comic book.
No doubt Ricochet can be a real-life superhero, but I don't care how many buildings you can leap over. If you're constantly being grounded, every attempt to leap is going to have an abrupt ending.
Yeah, that's actually a very good assessment of Ricochet's ability. He is a living superhero.
That right there is how you
He is a living comic book character.
Specifically targeting the leg. And
No.
Ricochet's unique offense doesn't
And
matter when
Matt Hardy's
he gets
going for the
knocked
legs.
around like
Trying to
that.
ground him.
Rocked with the point of the elbow.
He's getting fired up now, really this crowd. Delivers the leg drop.
Get back down on the ground.
Right?
Carefully.
Did I give you permission to get up?
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. Ricochet has to find a grip on this match. Ricochet
like a
can't
basketball
leap
too.
over any tall buildings when he's being controlled like this.
How are they going to hear after this match?
That was a vicious display. You can almost see the
Sorry.
disdain in their eyes.
I couldn't help it.
Wow.
Taken down with a body slam.
Sorry, people with shaved heads.
Look at this, just
Or
What a
bald people,
barrage of
whatever you
stomps.
are.
You gotta wonder if there's more animosity.
Stone Cold
in this
Steve
match
Austin's
than we
gonna find you
previously
and
thought.
kick your ass.
Look at that.
My own brother happens to be one of them.
Completely off target there. No, that was a harebrained
So I
idea
feel
to
like
try
I do
that.
have a little
was
room
trying to
to
find a way to attack, but
make
completely
fun,
right
just
back.
because, you know.
Tough position to be caught in here.
The powerbomb.
Ow.
That was a power bomb with
Ouch.
one message in mind: absolute destruction.
And Matt's like, get
Like
away
I
from
just,
me.
like I just
Have to
kind of
head back to the
falls
ring
and
now.
stumbles onto the mat
Yeah,
before
count's
hitting the
running
wall.
out.
Yeah, if they run too far, instead of like
Excellent
continuing to
ring
run
out.
and then
You
just
to see the
stopping,
refs
they'll
count
they'll
return
trip
to
and
the
fall.
ring in time.
It's always funny to see that.
Fought off with
Unless it's annoying, because sometimes I mean to like throw them into a barricade or to steal steps or something, and then they just trip and fall. I'm like, damn it, that's not where I wanted to.
Super kick from behind, nasty. Boom! An uppercut, jarring. Sight set on the top rope.
How likely is she to interfere with the match?
shooting star press by Ricochet.
Since she's a fan favorite, not likely. If she was a rule breaker, then probably.
Trying to end it.
He kicks out somehow.
You gotta be kidding me.
Surviving that maneuver is absolutely amazing. And Ricochet pulled out all the stops there, but it didn't get the job done. Ricochet needs to keep
Ow.
his composure, though, after
That
that.
Hardy
and
is
just keep going.
not.
He's getting body slashed left and right.
Well, one man used to
And
call this the most
disrespectful.
electrifying move in all of sports entertainment.
Oh!
Could be a big turnaround here.
He countered the
You there, buddy?
he countered the people's body splash or whatever it was called. I don't know.
Gotta find a way to get out of this. Oh, God, face.
How many? I was gonna say how many times he's being dropped on his face.
He's heading to the floor, but he can't take his time.
It's funny because like the way you get busted open in this game is completely random, basically. Because like X-Pac got busted open in like three seconds.
And you
Yeah.
get in trouble here. And
What a great counter. That'll break it up.
great drop kick.
I love watching Ricochet run up someone's chest and do a backflip.
Outside the ring, this can't be good.
You weren't kidding about his
Oh, not at all.
acrobatics.
Nope.
Wow! Like a heat-seeking missile hit the target right on the motor.
And Ricochet is looking to the crowd for some support.
Setting them up for a...
That's been
Fisherman Buster.
able to do very, very little.
In the last little bit, yeah. He was in control earlier, and then he just got kind of lost all control.
Snap. Very effective.
Well, that'll ruin your
He
legs.
needs to find his way back into the ring.
The count just keeps going up. Whoa! What a Samoan driver. Pinpoint execution. And they can't beat the count. Double count out.
Well,
So, what does that mean for?
that means
Show.
that means that, because I'm not going to restart that. I'm going to let that go. That means that Santos Escobar is going to advance immediately to the finals. And we'll have another 2 matches to determine who will eventually, or 3 matches technically. We have 2 quarterfinal matches, then a semifinal, and then whoever wins that semifinal, which will happen next, over the next 2 NXTs, they will face Santos Escobar.
Okay.
So he gets a bye week, basically.
Lucky him.
I know. Ricochet got a little too ambitious with all those high-flying moves and got stuck outside. This is going to be a very fun tag match. I predict that right now. If the AI plays the Viking Raiders like they act in real life, which this game is pretty decent at doing to a certain extent, then the Dudleys are going to have their hands full a little bit.
The Viking powerhouse, Eric.
Why aren't they coming out together?
Following contest
Hang on.
is a tag team.
Hang on. No. I'm quitting this match. We're gonna redo this. I need to check something. Why aren't the Viking Raiders coming out together?
Cut. Mate right here.
Here we go with...
Yes, all progress will be lost. Blah blah blah. We're gonna restart this match. All right, let's see here. What is going on? I'm pretty sure the Viking Raiders are actually an automatic tag team. No, they are not.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Well, we're going to fix that right now. Maybe I accidentally deleted them when I was trying to, like, do something. I may have been trying to delete, like, the bonus bloodline. Because sometimes when you add something to someone, to one of these factions, it creates a separate faction rather than just adding to it. So, like, I had 2 Heart Foundations and 2 Bloodlines. Maybe I accidentally deleted the Viking Raiders when I wasn't intending to. Okay. Ivar. And Valhalla. I don't know. I know they've got a tag team finisher, but I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Snacky, you know what I want.
Why can't I add the... Hang on. I'm going to... Let's do this. We're going to do this. That's going to frustrate me, not knowing what the hell's going on with that. Roster...
Not at my screen. What's going on?
Oh, trying to figure out why things are goofy. Because, like, okay, so the thing is that it's not letting me, and I'm guessing it's because of the fact that it's a mixed tag, and so mixed tags are kind of weird in this game. But like it's not letting me choose the Viking Raiders trio entrance for the Viking Raiders.
Huh. That's unfortunate.
Because like in the default one that I can just use wherever, it's letting me choose that. But I can't edit that in my universe, and I don't know what's going on with that. I wish.
Here are your winners, Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raider. Here are your winners, Ivar and Eric.
Like, my thing is, like, I am concerned because this means that I can't do the Viking Raiders, like, intro with Valhalla unless I can figure out how to edit the trio entrance. I wish that there was a way for me to... If I hit default, it's probably going to reset all the stuff that I've done. And I'm going to have to remake all this stuff. And I really don't want to have to do that right now. So I'll have to mess with that later. So I guess I'll just do the Viking Raiders without Valhalla, because she's just not going to work the way I want it to. That's frustrating, but there's literally nothing I can do about that. And I'll have to mess around with that later. I wish that I could just import things that I've made in the past on the default stuff into my universe, but my universe is a completely separate entity.
Which is unfortunate.
Oh, nope. No, what? No. What do you mean? Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
That's it deleted the match, the last two matches again. So the last match on NXT was Matt Hardy versus Ricochet, and I can't edit that. It just is going to take me straight to SmackDown. So, no Viking Raiders and no Dudley Boys and no Bruno Sammartino or Roman Reigns this week, I guess.
Well, shit.
I don't know why it did that.
The show had technical problems and they had to cancel.
Clearly. Ivar didn't show up for his match, and Roman Reigns was delayed in the bathroom or something like that. I don't know. All right, well, we got the 5 most important ones done. The other 3 were mostly just for, or the other 2 were mostly just for fun. You know, it's frustrating, but we've got our championship, like, tournament set up and continued. So that's the important part. But considering the fact that it's almost 7 o'clock, and you said you had to go at 7, and I don't really want to, like, continue this without you for now, I think we're just going to wrap it up here, which is annoying, but this is just how it is. But that's fine. That's fine. We've got plenty of time to do those other matches. And it also gives me a little bit of time to, like, try and figure out what's going on with why the Viking Raiders got deleted. And maybe I can edit them back in so that doesn't happen again. But Maybe I accidentally put them on different shows and that automatically broke the tag team up. I'm not sure. But, oh well. Anyway, for those who are watching, thank you for joining us. Sorry for the technical issues. We will try to make sure that SmackDown doesn't have as many, if any at all. I am Ark Alpha 12, and this was Arc Delta, and we will see you in the next stream.
Later.